Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this tutorial, I'm going to teach you how to make the boots and the leg of the doll. Since the black color was not very clear in the video, so I decided to use brown color, but you can choose your own favorite color. This is Alice Diva brown color, and this one is Alice Diva black color. You can choose your own favorite color, but remember that the yarns must be of the same brand. To start the leg, we make 8 chains. This is number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Then leave the first chain and start from the second one. In the second one, we make an increase. Be sure to make X single crochets. For X single crochet, we move the hook over the yarn and pull it inside. Then we make 5 single crochets in the chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. In the last stitch, we make 3 single crochets in one stitch. 1, 2, and 3. Then in the other part of the chains, we make 6 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So this is number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. The last one is always hidden. And this is the last stitch of this round. Mark the last one and we start the second round. Okay, in the next round we make 2 increases for increase. We make 2 single crochets in one stitch. This is number 1 and number 2 in the first stitch, and then again 2 single crochets in one stitch. So we have 2 increases. Then we make 5 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. After that, we make 3 increases. That is, we make 2 single crochets in one stitch for 3 times. So this is number 2 and number 3. So we have 6 single crochets. Then we make 5 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And in the last one, again, we make an increase. That is, we make 2 single crochets in the last one. And again, mark the last stitch. In the next round, we make 1 single crochet and 1 increase for 2 times. So this is number 1 again, 1 single crochet and 1 increase. Then we make 5 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then we make 6 increases. That is, we make 2 single crochets in 1 stitch for 6 times. This is number 1. Again, number 2. Three, 6. Then we make 6 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then we increase the last stitch. That is, we make 2 single crochets in the last stitch and mark the last one. In the next round, we make 2 single crochets, 1 and 2, and 1 increase for 2 times. So this is number 1 again, 2 single crochets and 1 increase. This is the second time. Then we make 5 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then we make 2 single crochets and 1 increase for 4 times. So we have 1, 2 single crochet, 1 increase. This is the first time. Then 2 single crochets, 1 increase. This is the second time. Again, 2 single crochets, 1 increase. This is the third time, and 2 single crochets and 1 increase. This is the fourth and the last time. Then we make 7 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And again, in the last stitch, we have an increase. So we make 2 single crochets in the last stitch and mark the last one. In this round, as you see, we have 2 loops here, 1 and 2. There are 2 loops. We are going to work on the back loops just back loops. So we make 38 single crochets in the back loops. So in this way, you leave the front loops and work in the back loops. So make 38 single crochets in the back loops. Again, here is the back loop, and we work just in the back loops to reach the marker. Then we make 38 single crochets in 2 loops. In this round we make 38 single crochets in 2 loops, and do it for 3 rounds. That is rounds 6 to 8. You make single crochets in 1 stitch. So you see, make these stitches in 2 loops. Be careful to make X single crochets, that is, move the hook over the yarn and pull it inside. So you will have these cross structures which are tighter. After you finished 3 rounds of 38 single crochets, we make 11 single crochets and 8 decreases to 3 and 11. Then we make 8 decreases. For decrease, we crochet 2 front loops together. So this is the front loop, and the next front loop you make them as 1, and this is decrease. Again, we make another decrease, so we make 8 decreases. This is number 2, number 3, number 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Then we make 11 single crochets until you reach the marker. Here we insert a plastic board to make the boots look tighter. You can use disposable containers of cheese and yogurt to make these plastic boards. In the next round, we make 9 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 8, and 9. Then you make 6 decreases. Again, you crochet 2 front loops together. This is 1 decrease and 6. Then we make 9 single crochets to the end. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Then in the next round we make 2 single crochets, 1, 2, and 1 decrease. This is the first time. Again, 2 single crochets and 1 decrease. This is the second time, and 2 single crochets and 1 decrease for 6 times. So we decrease these 2 stitches and then put your marker in the last stitch. In the next round we make 5 single crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we make 4 decreases. This is number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. Then we make 5 single crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now here start filling the boot with fiber. You must be very generous in filling the boots and the leg, but stingy for the hands, and arm, because we want the foot to be very firm and tight. So fill it with a lot of fibers. But since the hand is thin, you don't fill it too much. Okay? So fill it in an even way. Everywhere is filled with fiber. And then, after filling it, we make 5 rounds of 14 single crochets. So from round 13 to 17, you make 14 single crochet. Okay, I have just finished crocheting 5 rounds of 14 single crochets, and now we start shaping the leg. Okay, in this round we make 13 single crochets and 1 increase, and at the end you will have 15 single crochets. So make 1, 2, 3, 4, 12, and 13. And then in the last stitch you make 1 increase. That is, you make 2 single crochets in 1 stitch. Now we have 15 single crochets. Again, mark the last stitch and start next round. In the next round, we just make 15 single crochets. There isn't any increase in this round, so you make 1 single crochet in every stitch and do it until you with the marker. Okay, fill the leg gradually with fiber as you are moving upward. So if you do it gradually, it will give you a better structure. And then start next round. In the next round, you make one increase and 14 single crochets, and at the end you will have 16 single crochets. So do it until you reach the marker. Okay, rounds 21 to 23, you make 16 single crochets. Round 24, we make an increase and 15 single crochets. And at the end, you will have 17 single crochets. In the next round, you make 17 single crochets without any increase. In the next round, you make an increase and 16 single crochets, and at the end, you will have 18 single crochets. Rounds 27 to 31, that is for 5 rounds, you make 18 single crochets. See you at the end of the round 5. When you finish these 5 rounds, fill the leg with fiber. And now, in this round, we have 2 decreases. But be careful that these decreases must be exactly in the back side, because we are going to shape this part of the leg. I don't know what it is called in English. If you're a native English, you can comment me. So, because we are going to shape this part, so we have 2 decreases exactly in the back. So we make 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 single crochets, and then make 2 decreases. That is, we crochet 2 front loops together. This is number 1 and number 2, and then we make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And then mark the last stitch. In the next round, again, we have a decrease exactly above the previous one. So we make 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 and 5, and again we make a decrease. Be careful that these decreases must be in the back side of the leg. And then crochet the rest of the stitches. Then you make 15 single crochets for 3 rounds. In the next round, after making 3 rounds of 15 single crochets, we want to increase both sides of the leg. So we have an increase on the left side and an increase on the right side. Okay, so we make 2 single crochets and 1 increase, and then we make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So here we increase. So we have an increase on the left and an increase on the right. And then we finish the round to the marker. For 2 rounds, we make 17 single crochets. That is 1 single crochet in every stitch until you reach the marker, and you do it for 2 rounds. In the next round, again, you have 2 increases, 1 in the left side and 1 in the right side, and at the end you will have 19 single crochet. So we crochet 1, 2, 3, and here we have an increase, 1 and 2. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and here we increase and then crochet the rest of the stitches, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now make 19 single crochets for 5 rounds. 2, 3. So 1 single crochet in every stitch, and do it for 5 rounds. Okay, after you made 19 single crochets for 5 rounds, you change the place of the marker to the back, because we are going to change the color, and it is better for your doll to change the colors in the back. It looks more beautiful and more neat, you know. So make single crochets until you reach the back side of the leg. Okay, now change the place of the marker to here, and start to make the edge of the boot. To make the edge, you make half double crochets in the front loops. So as you know, we have two loops, one in the front. This is the front loop, and one in the back. But we are going to work in the front loops. So make half double crochets in the front loops. For half double crochet, yarn over and crochet 3 stitches, 3 loops together. Again, yarn over and work just in the front loops. So you make 19 half double crochets. This is for the edge of the boot. Okay, for half double crochet, yarn over, put the hook in the front loop, pull it out, and then make 3 loops into 1 again. So you just make these half double crochets in the front loops because we are going to start the skin color in the back loops. Okay, to end this part, make a slip stitch in the next neighbor, single crochet and cut the yarn. Then insert the yarn in the front loop of the second single crochet, this one, and then move back to the back loop of the first single crochet, that is here, this one. So in this way you can hide the stitches and then reverse it, reverse this edge and start to join the skin color to the back loops. And so here we have the back loops, as you see, and make 19 single crochets in these back loops. Okay, start to join the skin color from the back side. Okay, so choose a back loop, insert the skin color into it and make a chain. Again, make a single crochet in the same loop. Okay, this is our first single crochet. Then we make 19 single crochets in the back loops, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and do it until the end of this round. Okay, after you made 19 single crochets with skin color, insert this brown yarn inside and tie a knot here with the skin color so that it is safe inside. And then continue crocheting the rest of the leg, and be careful to mark the last stitch. In the next round, again, we make 19 single crochets with the skin color. Careful, this is the first one. 1, 2, 3, 4, and do it until the end of the round. Then again, in the next round, we make 2 increases, one in the left and one in the right. So here we increase 1, 2, and make another increase in the other side. And at the end, you will have 21 single crochets. Now, we make 21 single crochets for 5 rounds. So, see you at the end of the round 5. Okay, when you finish the 5th round, now we want to join the white color for the underwear. So here I use the black color, but in order to be clear in the video, I used white color. You can choose your own favorite color. So here we connect the white color in this way, and then we make 21 single crochets for 2 rounds with white color. So cut the skin color. Don't worry about it because it is safe inside. And make 21 single crochets with white color for 2 rounds. Okay, we finished 2 rounds. If you are in the first leg, you make a slip stitch in the neighbor single crochet and cut the yarn. But if you are in the second leg, don't cut the yarn because we are going to start the torso with this yarn. So here we finished the boots and the legs and the hands. In the next tutorial, I will show you how to join these together in order to make the torso of the doll. Thank you for watching my video, and I would be grateful if you support me and subscribe to my channel.